You may not go bald, but the widow's peaks will happen. Because they are already starting, my friend.
Widow's Peaks, they run hardcore in my family.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
So, if I end up with a big shiny forehead like my dad,
big beautiful shiny forehead on Jason Pride.
then so be it.
Welcome back, KFR family. I am your resurrected ringmaster, Treyton Blackburn.
Oh, wow. And I am your enlightened Evan Pride. Welcome to the show. Couldn't think of anything.
You're enlightened Evan.
Coming
Evan
back
Pride.
hot.
Yeah.
So we missed last week's episode.
Because I was fucking dying. I was on death's door. I had the grandmother of all sinus infections.
Yeah.
Yes, if I would have been on this podcast, the coughing and the oh God,
It's happening.
Yeah, it would have been unbearable. So I wanted to spare you lovely listeners that trauma
by not having to listen to your voice at all.
Yeah, my gross, nasty, nasty voice. I didn't want to hear my own voice, which is rare for me.
Your stinky voice. You love listening to your own voice.
I do, but not recorded, actually.
No.
I have tried and failed several times to listen to this podcast, and I can't do it.
Yeah, I've heard that from a couple people.
I can't do it. I can't hear my voice.
Yeah, I've heard that one of my buddies told me that your voice over car speakers is quite the experience.
I'm sure that it is. I apologize to whoever that lovely person is. If you still listen to this podcast, God bless you.
God bless you.
Yeah.
You're bearing through it.
Yeah, so you're fucking what, 2 weeks out of college now? 1 week out of college?
2 weeks out of college.
2 weeks. How's it going?
It's going well. I just been door dashing, doing open mics, doing my thing in Louisville. My lovely girlfriend Emily has left me for the summer.
I thought you were gonna say left me.
No.
This is a fucking dark way for you to drop that news on me, brother.
A dark way to announce it.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
No heads up before we hit record. No, she's in South Carolina.
I knew that
for the summer.
I knew that
internship.
What side of South Carolina? East or west?
She is at Hilton Head.
Hilton Head. She's on that ocean vibe, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to give too many details.
Wow.
For her sake.
Sure. What are you gonna do when she finds a fucking gorgeous beach man?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna have to recline back into my sewers to which I came.
That's what I would do if I were you.
I'll just hole up on social media.
Sure. Well, we both want good things for our significant others, right?
Start doing shirtless pics.
Yeah.
With or without us.
Yeah, with or without us, we want good things for them.
Hope they do great things.
Yeah, I would like to be involved, but hey,
if possible.
If possible, I'd love to be involved.
If you could squeeze me into the schedule,
that would be great. That would be great.
Yeah. What have you been up to?
Well, I mean, I was fucking sick as a dog last week, so not much on that front. I've been working on some stuff for a tabletop podcast. Still a long time in the making. Won't be anytime soon.
Yeah.
But perhaps reaching into a sort of genre of tabletop podcast that is not explored enough. I think.
Okay. Like
perhaps a
role playing.
Yes, but perhaps
D&D type.
A D&D type, a new system that I'm learning right now.
A new system of D&D.
Not D&D, but a new tabletop RPG system.
Okay.
And perhaps it revolves around a very popular existing franchise.
Hamilton.
And world. Yeah, the Hamilton tabletop.
The Hamilton musical, the board game.
Yeah,
you put emphasis on board.
Hey, the Valley Forge part is rough, I'll tell you. It gets real dark in that Valley Forge section.
Kentucky, the board game.
Yeah.
If Kentucky had a board game like Chutes and Ladders or like Candyland.
Hey, dude, this is fucking true.
Why don't we make a Kentucky board game? Why haven't you made your own game?
I'm not great with rule systems.
Okay. That's apparent.
Yeah, I'm not.
Treyton doesn't fit into the rules and structure and authority.
You make the rules for me, I'll play by them. But God, fuck. Like, the idea of having to think up, like, an entire game system of rules, fucking shoot me in the eye.
Well, if I ever made a board game, I would try to make it as simple of an idea as possible, because the hardest part about a board game is the point of a party when someone pulls it out and then starts to go into the long history of the rules.
And you're like, oh, God, fuck.
Yeah.
Just give me Monopoly that I already know how to play.
Yeah, I'm always the guy who's just like, just start playing. You know the rules, right? Just, does anybody... If, like, 2 people know the rules and you just start playing the first round or whatever, it's going to be shit. But then everybody will know the rules.
Right.
And if it's a good game...
Because the other people are going to be playing so confidently.
Yeah. And I like playing a game not knowing the rules.
Sure.
Because if you tell me the rules, then I can't act like I didn't know what they were when I break them.
Yeah. Have you ever played... I guarantee you haven't, or you would have brought it up. Have you ever played the game... We didn't play test this at all?
No, I didn't.
It's a card game.
Is it just Mousetrap?
No. It's a card game that
I never got Mousetrap to work.
Really?
No.
I always got it to work.
I
love that fucking game.
I think I was working with my grandparents' old Mousetrap game, and they were missing like half the pieces for it. And they were like, nah, you can get it to work. You just keep trying at it.
Keep trying it, you stupid fucking kid.
You idiot. I got it.
Yeah, keep him busy all day for trying to put that fucking thing together.
Where's the cheese? You're missing the how you going to catch a mouse without cheese?
Yeah. I was a board game kid, I'm sure you know.
Yes.
I'm sure you could ascertain that I was a board game kid.
Yeah.
So one of the games that I played a lot in high school was called We Didn't Play Test This at All. It's a super cheap game. I think it's like a $10 game.
Sounds like they didn't play test it.
It's got no fucking branding. It's like full black and white cards, like no graphic design at all. And
like Cards Against Humanity, but better, but good.
Yes. So like We Didn't Play Test This at All has no rules. The only rules are you do what it says on the cards, and eventually someone will win.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. That's the whole game, and like every card has different win conditions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just a bunch of random cards. It says hop up, do a jump on your foot.
Right. Like I think there's one card that's like, this is a star card. If you draw 5 star cards, you win the game. Or if you can collect 5 star cards, you win the game.
And then there's only like 3 in there?
Well, there are 5 cards, but like there are some cards that like part of their win condition is trading cards. So essentially you're trying to trick people into trading with you so you can get more star cards. And like every card is like that. Like I would say there's probably 50 or 60 different ways you can win that game. And then there's the card
Interesting.
that if you draw it, nobody wins. It's the game over card and no one wins. So you also have to beat the deck.
Okay, so the game can win. It's like Vegas.
Yeah, the game can win.
The house can win.
That's rules.
Fun.
It's so fun. And it's so quick. Like a game of... sometimes playing that game, the longest I think I've ever played it is 15 minutes. I don't know that I've ever played a game that lasted longer than 15 minutes.
Really?
Yes. It has it's fucking ridiculous how quick you can win that game if you draw the right cards.
What is your favorite board game?
Clue.
Clue. Okay.
Clue is my favorite board game.
I've never played a game of Clue.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so fun. Clue is essentially a game of who can cheat the best.
Okay. Well, I'm a terrible cheater, terrible liar. Like people can always see through my bullshit.
Yeah. Clue
which makes me a wonderful actor.
Yes. Clue is great because what rules about Clue is you're trying to figure something out, but you're trying to figure it out without the other players knowing that you're like on the trail. So like it's part deception game, part solve game.
So what is it? You pick a character at the beginning. I'm Colonel Mustard or whatever.
Yeah. So then
I'm the Thimble or something. I know
You're
that's
Colonel
a thing.
Mustard.
And then I know that there's rooms. There's a big room.
So
if it's anything like the movie, I love it.
Yeah. So there's
and Emily hates it.
Fuck God. Let's not get into it. There's 6 suspects. There's 6 weapons, and there are 9 rooms. And at the beginning of the game, you shuffle the suspect cards. You put one of them in the solution folder. Then you shuffle the weapon cards and put one of them in the solution folder. And then you shuffle the room cards and put one of them in the solution folder. So there are 3 cards in the solution folder: a suspect, a weapon, and a room.
Okay.
The rest of the cards are shuffled together and dealt to the other players. The game is trying to figure out which 3 cards are in the solution envelope by deducing what cards everybody else has.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And the way you do that is you can go to rooms and you can make suggestions. So if you go into the dining room, per se, you can suggest a suspect and a weapon, but the room you guess has to be the dining room. So you have to move to different rooms to eliminate which room the murder took place in.
Okay.
You can eliminate suspects and weapons along the way.
Okay.
But if you start guessing...
It's kind of like a breakout room.
Yeah, exactly. And so then you go around the table and people have to show you what cards they have that can prove you wrong in your suggestion.
Yeah.
So like... And
I
that's
have the
private.
bullshit card.
Yeah, I have Mr. Green, so Mr. Green can't be the murderer. And where it gets fun is when other people are disproving, if you can also disprove, and like they disprove one thing, and you have the other card, then the thing that they're disproving you can eliminate that off your list. Like you can deduce not only from your own turns, but from other people's turns.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that it's the board game version of Among Us.
Yes. Clue did it first.
I was thinking about that while you were saying all this. I was like, this is all Among Us.
Yeah.
You're sus. I saw red in the dock bays.
Yeah.
Did you ever play Among Us?
I did not play Among Us. I've played a lot of games similar to Among Us, though.
Yes. Among Us was just it was just because I've played similar games to it too, but none that I even remember the name to. It was just such the ultimate type of that game, and it's very.
My favorite version of that game is Town of Salem.
Okay, have we played that?
I've played it.
Is that what was the board game that I played over at your place?
Town of Salem is a PC game.
Freshman year. Okay, that was not that.
Yeah, the game we played at my house was the
Haunting of
the fucking
Willard Manor or something.
It's a super Betrayal at the House on the Hill. That's the
Okay.
game we were playing at my house.
It's always Betrayal, the Haunting. There's a house.
Yeah,
there's a hill. There's a valley.
Yeah, there's a fucking Cthulhu or whatever.
It's location.
Betrayal at the House on the Hill is very fun too. It just takes so goddamn long to play.
It's location plus crime that was committed there.
Plus supernatural horror.
Yeah. Murder down at the lake. Betrayal on the hill. It's kind of like the strategy for choosing a fast food chain name.
Yeah.
You just choose a type of location plus a food.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut.
Yeah. Yeah, Little Caesar.
Little Caesar. Well, that's not it.
Weird. No.
Radio Shack. That's not food. Although they ate it.
They sure did. Hey, fuck.
Why? Okay. Every time I feel like all the news has been recently is just like stocks went up today.
Yeah, dude.
Bitcoin's up.
Yeah.
Bitcoin's down.
Amazing what'll fucking happen when you don't have a sociopath in the White House.
I know. It's just fluctuating stock markets and stuff.
It's just boring ass news, like always.
Boring ass news. Everybody's like, what happened?
Yeah. Except for fucking Israel and Gaza. You want to fucking dip your toes into that shit, Evan Pride on KFR?
No, I do not.
You want to dip your toes into the most contentious conflict of the past 2,000 years?
Oh my God, dude! I will say that I learned what Palestine was.
Yeah.
I got a quick summary of that whole beef over there.
Yeah.
Which we don't have to get into it all because, like I just said, I watched a 30-second video on it.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it seems complex.
I mean,
why don't they just flip a coin? Figure it out.
Well, I mean, dude, this conflict fucking goes back, 100,000 years, right? Like,
what is the oldest conflict? Is it that?
I would say if this is not the oldest conflict, I would say it's one of the oldest conflicts.
Because it's the whole thing about it's like the motherland, Canaan, right?
Yeah.
It's who owns
this land?
Who owns the Holy Land?
Yeah. God, fuck. I'm racking my brain for an older conflict, and I'm not fucking getting one. I think this might be the oldest conflict on the planet.
Dogs and cats, maybe. Why do dogs and cats hate each other?
I think that's mostly folklore. I know a lot of people with dogs and cats, and the dogs and cats seem to get along fine.
I think it's just because they're such two different energies.
Yes, they're very different energies. But as are me and my wife, and we love each other very much.
Yeah. It's weird. You're a dog.
Yes,
and she's
Tara
a cat.
is very much a cat.
Very much a cat. It's weird. I feel like I don't know, a platypus sometimes. I don't because. I feel like sometimes I have the energy and the optimism and the spirit and the go get 'emness of a dog, but most of the times I feel like I have the cynical nature, the I don't give a fuck, the laziness of a cat.
Yeah, I think you're a cat.
The killarness of a cat.
I think you're a cat.
I'm a killer.
And Emily's a dog.
Yeah, Emily's
got dog energy.
Yeah.
I just think you're
Don't call my girlfriend a dog. What are you doing?
Oh, hey, sorry.
Hey,
whoa.
hey.
Apology.
I'm gonna have to fight you
I'm
on
so
this,
sorry.
on this
God.
podcast to
Please
defend her honor.
Defend her honor. I think Emily's got her honor fucking handled. I think she's got it pretty good.
Yeah.
But fuck, what were we talking about? How do we get in fucking here?
Cats and dogs.
Israel Palestine. That's how we got here.
Yeah. Yeah, I quickly moved us to cats and dogs.
Fuck. Yeah. I mean, it's so fucking tough because like both of these fucking groups of people deserve to have a homeland.
Yeah.
But Israel is committing a genocide. Like, that's what's happening.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I hear that's going down, and I say no. That bad.
Yeah, well, and here...
Disapprove.
And like, fuck.
No genocide.
Not defending genocide. Israel is in the wrong and something should be done. However, when you're Israel and you're kind of looking back on the past several thousand years...
Yeah.
I'm not saying it gives you a right to be cruel, and it gives you, or nor does it give you a right to be inhumane, but like a certain level of like violence and sort of perhaps even cultural bitterness is probably earned.
Yeah, for sure.
But somebody's got to do something about this fucking genocide. Somebody's got to tell Israel to cool the fuck down.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this conflict. I know that if you can't get genocided yourself and then retaliate with a genocide.
With a genocide, yeah,
that's no good.
Standard practice, certainly.
Flip a coin, goddammit.
Well, or just let the Palestinians live somewhere. Like, just if you could let the Palestinians just live somewhere, that would be good. Yeah. Actually.
Yeah,
preferably in a place they've known all their lives. Like removing them sort of from a place that they've known. Fuck. Two Americans talking about maybe you shouldn't remove people from a place they've known all their lives. Like we really didn't do a whole fucking Native American cultural genocide.
One American talking about this. You brought up this conversation, buddy. I'm trying to talk about cats and dogs.
It's
over
a
here.
fucking mess, dude. It's a fucking mess.
A lot of shit's big. Here, how about this?
Okay.
You walked in here and you showed me.
Yes, trailers.
The two trailers.
Because we're an MCU podcast.
Yes, at our core, we talk about the Palestinian conflict
and the MCU
and nothing more.
Yes, so 2 new trailers in the time since we've seen each other.
Yes,
Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings,
and then
the Eternals.
Yeah, which I only knew about the Eternals because Kumail Nanjiani got jacked as fuck.
He is super jacked for this movie.
He is like roided up.
Yeah,
like he's on another level. When he first like posted that picture of him all super jacked and all veined up, he has progressed significally since that.
Yes.
Like over quarantine, he looks like Dave Bautista now.
Yeah, here's
it's ridiculous.
So as the resident comic book nerd in the room,
Marvel, cast me in one of your
Marvel,
movies.
please, cast me. We'll do it.
I need to chisel up here.
Please, cast Evan and I, and we will do your movie.
Yeah,
if you just cast us.
If you just cast us and then get us buff as hell,
we'll be perfect.
What if we just got super jacked?
You and I?
Yeah,
if we got super super jacked.
And this like turned into a weightlifting podcast.
Fucking small podcast.
Welcome to the Gains Update.
Welcome to the Gains Update on KFR. Actually, I think we should remove the fried from our podcast title.
Yeah, Kentucky Grilled Roadkill.
Kentucky Grilled Roadkill.
Which is the episode
title. There it is. KGR.
Yeah. Coming back. KGR.
Yeah.
That sounds like a
when we get ripped as hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
you're already fucking. You're not ripped. You just have.
I'm toned.
You just have no body fat.
Yeah, I am. I am very sort of bony. And I do have some tone. Like I've been known to do a sit up in the early morning.
Yeah. That's good.
To keep my abdomen in line.
How much? So you're older than me.
Yeah.
Old stinky grandpa.
I am old stinky grandpa. That's true.
What are you? I'm 22. You're
24.
24.
Yeah.
Fucking gramps.
I'll be
over
25
here.
in December.
Jesus Christ! Do you have a living will yet?
No, but actually, I need one. Actually, that would be a good idea.
It's not bad. You're already married and shit.
Yeah, it would be a good idea to go ahead and get that sorted out.
How much have you felt? Have you felt any of the effects of old age? Yeah, because any actual person above the age of like 30, or 35 or something, if you're old enough to be president, you're probably listening to this and you're like, these two young jackasses. But I mean, I've felt. I mean, I also have the effects of obesity weighing me down sometimes. So I get more aches and cramps. But I have felt that just from I don't know, just the difference between like 17 and 22. Like I got to stretch if I get out of bed, and
I got to fucking.
I'm stretching all the time. I've always done that. If I sit up, stand down, take a swig of something, I'm gonna go. If I stand up, I'm gonna go. Oh boy! 100%. I just leak dad noises.
Yeah, that's very good.
I think my dad is he's such like a pinnacle. He's like, I was thinking about this the other day. When you think of like dad jokes, like my dad is like the mecca of dad jokes.
Your dad is like
he's radioactive with dad jokes, and it leaks out. And if you spend too much time around him, you'll start making them too.
Your dad looks like if a dad joke were a person.
Yeah,
that's what your dad looks like.
He's a dad joke that came to life.
Yeah, 100%.
He's dad joke. Not Pinocchio.
It's that grin. It's that fucking grin he's always got on his face. That big ass fucking wide fucking toothy grin that he always has on his mug.
Yeah. I apologize to our listeners who don't know my dad.
Yeah.
But
he's a gem.
But
Love
he's a gem, and maybe one day you'll meet him.
Yeah, 100%. Everybody out there.
But I honestly do just feel like. I've always had an energy about me where I felt like 40, but I just do like little dad shit now. Like if I'm watching the NBA playoffs are on right now, and I'll be watching a game like, oh, nice, just little things to myself.
Yeah,
it's
you got to do the dad shit. No,
yeah, I do the dad shit. I'm like, oh, damn it. Oh, here's a fun game.
All right.
You don't know sports at all.
I don't know sports at all.
Let's see how you do.
Oh fuck.
Let's see how you do guessing.
What's the title of this game?
This is called I don't know. A burp escaped me trying to think of it.
Yeah.
What this is called the Treyton Sports Hour.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
And we're gonna do a full hour of it.
Oh fuck.
No. Here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna read you the names of the teams.
Okay.
And let me see if you can name where they're from. How about that?
Okay.
How about we'll start off easy. The Lakers.
Fuck.
Easy.
Los Angeles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And do you know why they're named the Lakers?
I don't.
They were originally in Minneapolis.
Oh.
Well,
that's fucking stupid. Why'd they keep the name?
Or Minneapolis. I think they're or Michigan or something. They're up there by the lakes. Because the LA Lakers sounds great.
But fuck, it's not accurate. Why didn't they become the fucking
that's
Los Angeles waiters or something that they have a bunch of in Los Angeles?
I mean, there's shit all over the place. There's no there's a tons of examples of that in the NFL.
That's so stupid.
I know. What about this?
Okay.
the Grizzlies. I don't know if
The Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies.
Okay, hold on. Let me fucking deduce this shit.
Oh, and also at the end of this, tell me if this team is good or bad.
The Lakers are good?
Yes.
Yeah, the Lakers are good.
Yes. Can you name any NBA players?
I mean, Shaq.
Okay, well that's an old one.
Shaq, yeah.
Shaq is
Jordan.
Shaq is the old man who talks about the games after the games go on. He's like, well, these young fellas in this league, they need to go out there.
Does Anthony Davis still play?
Yes, he does. He plays for the Lakers.
Oh, wow. Look
there
at
you go. Yeah. There's one. There's a giant one.
Yeah.
The people compare him to Michael Jordan, the modern day Michael Jordan. People call him the GOAT, the King.
LeBron James.
Yes.
Got it.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
You've heard that before.
Yeah.
Okay, the Grizzlies. Take
okay.
a stab at the Grizzlies.
Let me deduce this, okay? It feels like it's got to be in the Rocky Mountain region. That feels right.
Yeah, I gave a little eyebrow raise there.
It's not Denver.
No. Wait, no. I'm so dumb. It's not the Rocky Mountains, but it's a mountain range.
A mountain range? Not the Rockies?
It's
for grizzly bears?
It's actually, I don't know where this city is in this state. It's a city. Oh, you're never going to get this. But it's near a mountain range that I would say you are quite familiar with and that we talk about on the show.
What?
A lot.
Huh?
It's
the Grizzlies?
It's a city in Tennessee.
Fuck. In Tennessee?
Yeah. I don't know where.
Not Nashville?
Memphis.
I was gonna guess fucking Memphis. That's when it is not in the Appalachian Mountains.
Okay, that was kind of a tricky one. Here, we'll do an
Memphis
easy one.
is very western Tennessee.
Here, this one makes sense for the location.
Okay.
Where are the Suns located?
Suns. Feels Californian.
Yeah.
Or Floridian.
Yeah. Well, it's bright.
Bright
for sure.
Hot. Bright and hot. I don't know. Could be a desert. Could be a desert.
I gave a little thing there.
A little thing.
I gave a little. I'm giving hints.
Whenever I think of desert, I think of Nevada.
Okay.
Nevada or New Mexico.
Okay. Just give a guess.
I'm gonna say Santa Fe, New Mexico. The Santa Fe Suns.
Oh, Santa Fe Suns is incorrect.
Fuck. What is it?
It is the Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix. Fuck. That's good.
Oh, here. Should I give? What about the Heat? That's a similar one.
Oh, Miami.
Yeah,
Miami Heat, baby.
Yeah. How do you know the Miami Heat?
I don't know. I don't know how I know Miami Heat.
The Hawks.
Oh, fuck.
That's
so general. That could be anywhere.
It's so general.
Fucking Trenton, New Jersey. I don't give a I don't know.
That's in Atlanta. Here.
Atlanta Hawks?
Yeah.
That's a bad name.
We'll do two we'll do three more.
Let's do 3 more.
3 more.
Yeah.
I feel like you should get 2 of these because they're like classic old-time basketball teams.
Okay.
And they always say, like, LA Lakers, people always say the LA Lakers.
Yeah.
The Los Angeles Lakers. No, most of the time people say just like the Grizzlies. I don't know. I don't know if
anybody talks about the Grizzlies that I've heard.
Where do the Knicks play?
The Knicks.
Fuck. The Knicks. They play at what they call the Mecca of basketball is their basketball arena.
The Mecca of basketball.
That's not the actual name of it. If I said the name of it, it would
the
give it away.
Knicks. Fuck. I know the Knicks are like one of those rivalry teams. Like you either root for this team or the Knicks.
Well, their fan base is very passionate.
Yes.
I would say they have a very don't give a fuck attitude. I wouldn't say they're the bad guys of a league, but they are well known for people come into their building and they try to intimidate them because they're like, you come into here, this is blank, baby.
It feels like New York.
Yeah, it is
the New York Knicks.
The New York Knicks.
Yeah. What's the other team?
What? There's the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, there's some rivalry that I know the Knicks for.
Well, the Knicks, they played the Bulls, Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, that's it.
A lot.
The Knicks
I think
and the Bulls.
in the 90s. But they played a lot of people. The Detroit Pistons, I think.
Yeah.
That one's makes sense, right?
Yeah, Detroit Pistons makes sense.
You can guess Detroit's NFL team.
Detroit. I'm better with football than I am with basketball.
Really?
Yeah, my dad. I don't know why. My dad, is a sports nut and watched like every sport coming and going. And I don't know why football lingers with me better than the other one.
Because it's more entertaining. Because it's the best sport.
My dad's a basketball guy, but
I love basketball. I'll die on this hill. We don't talk about sports often.
We don't.
On this
It's
podcast,
not a sports podcast.
I gotta get all this out.
Yeah, 100%.
Sportscast.
I only give him one episode a year.
Yeah,
where he can talk about sports.
I gotta write down Kentucky Grilled Roadkill before I forget that. Here, KGR. I'll know what that means.
Yeah.
Oh shit! What was I talking about? Sports.
Football, the best sport.
Oh yeah, I'll die on this hill. People. A lot of people complain about football. It's very long.
Yeah.
They take breaks and shit. Which is
they're always getting brain injuries. And
yeah. But I love it because it's the most gladiator sport there is.
It is.
It's the ultimate athletic competition, highest stakes.
Yeah.
And I love that the games are 3 hours long because I don't know. I want to get as much of it. Something happens every play with football. And I've been trying to get into hockey recently.
Yeah.
Because hockey is awesome as well.
Yeah.
Those hockey players are probably tougher than football players.
Yeah.
I think.
They're
not as big and scary.
One of my closest friends played fucking hockey in college.
Yeah.
For the University of Louisville.
Ice hockey?
Yep, ice hockey.
From Pikeville?
Yep, Jason.
Oh, Jason.
He sure did.
He played hockey.
Sure did.
I didn't know. So, do you guys have like an ice rink?
Nope.
Down there?
Sure don't.
We just wait till the pond froze over?
Well, he would, to practice, because he played at U of L, but he always loved hockey, and what he would do is he would rollerblade, and they would practice that way.
Can you skate at all?
I can.
You can?
Yes. I'm actually quite good.
Really?
Yeah.
I could see that.
love to rollerblade.
I'm looking at this bandana you're wearing right now.
I can't use a skateboard, but roller skates and rollerblades I can tear up.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know what the difference is. I think it's because I have more like foot control.
Yeah. So how good would you guess I am at skating?
I would say you're better than expected.
No, I am worse.
Really?
I am worse than you can imagine.
Wow.
I've been skating all my life. My mom loves skating. She would always take me out to the roller
and
rink.
You're awful?
I've been skating all the time. When ice skating not all the time. I mean I didn't.
Yeah.
But I would skate like I would say I don't know 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah.
That's more often than I don't know someone who doesn't skate at all.
Yeah.
I don't know how often do people skate.
I will. I
avoid it like the plague.
I skate
because
maybe.
I hate it so much.
I skate maybe once a year, and every time I do it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is easy.
God, every time I do it, it's just I fall down so much. I'm a lot to fall down when I fall down.
Sure.
I have no foot control. I have no balance.
Yeah, I can't ride a bicycle, so don't feel bad.
I can ride a bike.
I cannot ride a bicycle.
But I'm horrified to ride a bike because I crashed on them so often when I was a kid. I remember one time the incident that
turned you off of bikes
that traumatized me from bikes was one time I was went bike riding as a family just like around the block or whatever. Me and my brothers, and we were coming around. We were coming home, and I was like slowing down to come into our driveway, and I remember my brother Grant just came full steam ahead and just did not slow down at all. I was his brake system for that day, and he just slammed into me, and I was right next to our minivan, and so I just remember his bike, like all that metal clashing up against my back.
God.
And then I remember being thrown into our van and then thrown, like I dropped from the van, probably put a dent in it, and landed on the bikes, which had landed on a hill, rolled off the hill onto the concrete.
God damn, buddy.
And I was just, I don't remember if I cried. I do remember I tried to hurt Grant as much as I possibly could.
Yeah.
in that moment. Justice needed to be served.
Right, of course. Violent justice.
Yeah, and it just fucking...
Frontier justice.
Yeah, and just... I don't know. I was never good at riding bikes. Again, the balance thing.
Yeah.
And one time I had to ride a bike when I first started doing theater. I started doing it at a girls' school, all girls' school that was like 20 minutes away from my house, and I had to bike there because I didn't have a car yet. And I just remember one day I would take residential neighborhoods because I was scared. And one day I was just going down the street on this little bike. I had grown a lot and not gotten a new bike.
Yeah, you're a big boy on a small bike.
Big boy on a small bike. It wasn't that small.
You never want to be a big boy on a small bike because then you start looking like a circus clown riding a tricycle.
Yeah, but it was just a normal bike, but I was a big boy.
Right, you're a big boy.
And I would just remember going down the sidewalk and it starts to wobble and I go, whoa, 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 and just nothing knocked me over, no reason, no turn, no wind, no one coming by, no one nothing.
Fucking
and I just
dropped like a sack of shit. Huh?
Yeah, just fucking full flat on the concrete, and I was like, oh,
a big dumb sack of shit with his tiny bicycle.
Yeah, I know. I broke my propeller hat, and I was just on the floor. I felt like a bear in a circus.
Yeah, and then a fucking clown ran up and put a whole cream pie right in your face. You dumb fucking.
And washed me off with his flour squirting.
With his flour, and that clown was Treyton Blackburn.
It was Treyton Blackburn. It was the day we met.
And I said, you fucking stupid bag of shit.
No, but what actually happened was I was on the ground and I had just gotten in this wreck and I was like, oh God, I'm gonna be late to rehearsal and be all scraped up. And I look up and a car had like stopped.
Oh no!
And it was just like this guy who
got rubbernecked.
No, and he had full stopped, and he was rowing his window down. And he had like just this super concerned look on his face. He looked genuinely just like concerned. And he looked at me and he just kind of motioned. He's like, "Do you need me to?"
No, I'm good.
And like I was in a fucking drama movie. I just went, "Go, no, just go on." I just waved my arm. I was like, "Just get out of here,
Evan.
I don't know this." And then I walked the bike the remaining.
That's so embarrassing.
I know.
This
is why I'm going into comedy.
Oh, Evan, buddy.
I have unresolved trauma. Welcome to the therapy cast. No, I always thought that was a funny story. I just suck at riding bikes, and I have not had good experiences on them.
Certainly not.
I will take those Lime scooters and shit that are laying all over the place.
I can't do a fucking scooter either.
I can scoot up fucking Mount Everest.
You will boot, scoot, and boogie, huh?
Oh, dude, something about like I tried to be a skater kid at one point in my life.
Pretty hard for somebody who can't skate, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty hard. But I loved skater culture. I loved Tony Hawk. I was into that punk music. And I was like 9 or 10 or something, and I bought a cheap ass skateboard from Target
that you couldn't skate on.
Yeah,
be very clear.
I skated on it like 4 or 5 times, never got the grip of it. I was covered head to toe in every possible type of protective guardrail that you can imagine. I had the helmet on. I had I think I had knee pads. I think I had put on my old soccer shin guards.
Oh, bud.
I had elbow pads and I had and I had wrist guards.
How did I get beat up more than you? How did I get beat up more than you?
I went to
dude. God.
At a cushy childhood.
Yeah.
Cushy upbringing.
And I put
all my trauma is self-inflicted.
Yeah.
That's the thing. All my shit that keeps me up at night is all like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Oh God. Well, why did I think I went through a skateboarding phase and then a hippie phase back to a heavy metal phase into a goth phase, like all within a span of 2 years.
Yeah, you get to look like a fucking doofus in your fucking knight's armor of fucking skate pads. And I fucking got held. This is a true story. I got fucking held by my arms on the playground while one kid on a swing set swung back, swung forward, and on the upswing kicked me in the stomach over and over and over again for existing. Like, that was my crime. Just being around was the reason people did that to me.
Just feed into my fucking presence right now.
Yeah, how dare I? Like, these are the same fucking kids who put me in a full garbage can, locked the lid onto the top of it, and pushed it down a flight of stairs with me inside.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
and I got picked on more than you. Fuck that. Somebody needs to bully you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for starting. I really should have been bullied in grade school, and I just wasn't. I was super weird. I think there was one kid who bullied me. There was one kid at school who moved in a couple years into school. And he bullied me a little bit, and he was the only kid fatter than me, and so I would just respond with fat jokes. And he was a good buddy of mine, and we're chill now. We used to play fucking video games together. Yeah, I got in with the video game crowd. I was he walked in day one. I was like, let me guess, gamer.
Some of the kids who bully me are in jail now, so I guess.
Yeah, I mean, different broods of kids. Trust me, I know some horrible people from not necessarily from the classes I had and all that shit, but just there were horrible kids in Louisville. I'll tell you that too.
Man, kids are awful anywhere, dude.
Yeah.
I don't understand the fucking mean kids, dude. I just don't get it.
I don't know. Just the way kids are. I mean, people have been being mean and horrible to each other for all of human history.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't know if you know this about me or not, but I didn't get my glasses until like later in life. Like I was in the 7th grade when I got my glasses.
I got my glasses in 5th grade.
So when I was in 7th grade and like they told me that I had to have glasses, I was literally like, I was so fucking sad about it. I was like, no, fuck. There's a whole new thing that they're going to do.
You can't do this to me.
Do you know what I fucking go through every day? This is another true story. So when we were living in Pike County, Tara was looking through my childhood belongings, like just cleaning up shit in the house and like looking through stuff that we had. I walk in and she's crying. And I'm like, what's wrong? Are you okay? And she holds up this note that was written by one of my friends in grade school, and it's written in crayon. And it's I won't say the name of the girl who wrote it. Let's call her
Crayola.
Crayola. Let's call her Crayola. So Crayola had written a note, and I took the letter from Tara, and this girl had written a letter to my mom in crayon, and it said, "Dear Mrs. Blackburn, I know your son won't tell you this because he doesn't want you to come to school, but he is being tortured and you need to do something."
Holy shit. In crayon.
And fucking got it, I guess, into my belongings somehow in the hopes that my mom would see it one day.
I feel like a concerned teacher who didn't know how to intervene.
No, because I know the person who wrote it.
Oh, yeah.
It's so like...
That's
and
crazy.
I never knew. And I saw that and I was like, where the fuck did you get this? She was like, it was in your stuff. She's like, that's the saddest thing I've ever read.
A fucking ransom note.
Yeah. They're like, your son is like, they are treating him like absolute shit. You need to do something because he won't tell you.
But, and it sucks that all that shit happened to you.
Yes.
But look how great you are now.
Is that really the fucking pitch you want to give? Is like, look at Treyton, he's great.
Yeah. Well, I think I genuinely do think that you're someone, and I've gotten this from my friends who've listened to the show. People love you. I mean,
that's sweet.
I think you're so genuinely you.
I am,
and you're a character.
Yes, that is accurate.
You're certainly a character, and you have. I don't know, you just got wild perspectives and you go off on these tangents in your stories and your accent fits your personality and your laugh fits your evil inner being.
No, that's true.
I don't know. People like you.
Well, it's because like when I was in elementary school, I was like, I don't know. I've always been sort of brash, but I did have like a, and maybe it was because I got picked on, I don't know, but like I had an intellectualism of like that, like I am smarter than everybody else, and maybe that was why they decided that they wanted to kick the shit out of me because I thought I was smarter than them.
Yeah.
But when I got to high school, I really just got to the point I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not getting fucking picked on and belittled anymore. I'll hang out with anybody who'll have me.
Yeah.
And just like adopting that energy and like finding ways to like exist. Like I became like an eclectic sort of like person to have around. Like people would be like, have you, my literal first week in high school, we had like a fucking, what's it called? We had a fucking, I guess this is an Appalachian anecdote. We had a fucking like pep rally, I guess. And there was, I can't remember why, but they were doing some kind of like, there was surfer music playing. They were like, somebody come up here and do like surfer shit.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, literally. And I was like, fuck, I'll do it. I don't care.
You're just up there doing the hula?
Literally. I was like wearing a Hawaiian shirt and like sunglasses, and I like had my arms out, and I was like, whoa, like that whole thing.
Yeah.
And from that point forward, everybody in my high school was like, have you met the fucking surfboard kid? He's a fucking crazy person.
He is insane.
Yeah.
And he's sitting with us at lunch
today.
So get fucking ready.
Yeah, it was really weird because
don't buy
like,
any milk. It'll be coming out your nose.
I was so lame in like elementary and middle school.
Yeah. And
then when I got to high school, I was like, I became like uber popular uber quickly. It was so weird.
Yeah. I would never consider myself a popular kid, but I wouldn't consider myself unpopular.
Sure.
I would
actually, I would wager that that's actually more where I fit.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I always considered my thing was, I realized that I was kind of weird, and people always called me like a little mini Jack Black because that was very. I think I've mentioned it before. That was very much my personality when I was a kid. I was just a little wild rocker kid, and so I was like, I know bullying exists and stuff, and when I started to become aware of social contracts and stuff, I just remember thinking like fuck it, I'm just gonna do my thing and just try to be nice and just friends with everybody, and that's to a thing that's been what I've been doing ever since. Yeah, but and I think I think a reason why I never got bullied was I tried to make everybody laugh, and and there's a thing. It's like you make people you make people laugh because you control what they're laughing at you about. So I just always owned up to all my weird things, and if you're a friend of mine, or if you've ever talked to me for more than 5 minutes, I've probably farted or burped in front of you. And and I've always used colorful language like this. I got that's one of the few things I got in trouble for when I was at middle school. And I don't know. You make fun of yourself around others. It takes the breath out of if they make fun of you about it. If you're like, so what? I just said that.
Yeah. Well, and one thing that like a lot of people who I became friends with, like I don't know why I never sort of picked up on it, but like I've never been one to like. This is gonna sound awful, but like. I've never understood the reservations of a lot of social constructs. Like, what do you mean I can't speak as loud as I want to anywhere I want to about whatever topic I want to talk about? This is fucking America, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I've always sort of had that energy.
Yeah.
And in high school, that went over really well.
Yeah.
People loved that in high school.
Well, you can't do it fully in the real world.
Why not? I do it all the time.
Well, I mean, you can't. You try it to your best of ability, but
sure.
the real world is full of compromises.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with compromising.
No.
But
Compromise is great.
It doesn't come to me naturally. Like I have to very actively censor myself.
Yeah, yeah.
But
remarkably, I don't have to edit as much stuff out of these podcasts as I thought
I
would have to.
Yeah.
When we first started, for the most part, like we finished recording, I just kind of edit the audio files.
Yeah.
I go back, listen to a couple things to write down what we talked about, and then I just put it up.
Well, and
I only cut something out if, like, in the moment here, I'm like, oh, we should cut that out, and I write it down. But
I fucking another thing that I did in high school, and if anybody I went to high school with is listening to this, I am so fucking sorry. So. I got really good at several, like, I essentially became a carnival act. Like, I got really good at like reading signatures as a fortune telling gig.
Were you good at recreating them?
Not recreating them, but what I would do.
That would have been an entrepreneurial gig.
What I would do.
I can never say that word. Entrepreneurial.
So like palm reading and reading tarot cards. You can read people's signatures, but it's all a fucking scam. And what you do is you just take what you know about the person or what you suspect about a person and you fleece the answers out of them.
Yeah.
Same thing that you would do as a palm reader or any kind of fortune teller.
That's the shit that the people that pretend to talk to ghosts with the TV shows do. And since someone had a father that died.
Yeah.
Father? A mother? I had a mother.
And so I got really fucking good at it.
Yeah.
Like people would come across school and be like, Treyton, read my signature. Tell me what's going on. And I would do it and people thought I was a fucking warlock. They were like, I don't know how he does it. I was like, I'm smarter than you, obviously.
I think
that's how I do it.
I just had a thought. I think that it is almost criminal. You know, you ever heard people were born in the wrong times or whatever. I think to an extent, people's personalities would have fit in another generation
sure.
a lot better. I think I would have done great growing up in the 70s or something, or I would totally have been an 80s hair metal kid.
Yeah.
You would have been great in like the early 1800s as just one of those snake oil salesmen that just pulls up into town and he's like, come around,
come on around.
We got oils, we got tinctures, we got rubs, tonics. We got salts, tonics.
Ailments.
Yeah, you'd be so
I think I would have. Well, and like I got really good at close-up magic during high school. I did a lot of coin tricks.
Yeah.
I was a fucking carnival trick, walking fucking carnival. People were like, Treyton will read your fortune and make coins disappear.
Wait, so you did magic too?
Yeah, I did a lot of coin magic. I did some card tricks, but I don't love card tricks.
Do you keep up with that at all?
No, I stopped doing it once I got into theater, ironically enough.
You never did, so you don't know how to do like little sleight of hand things?
Oh, I used to be so fucking good at it, dude.
I want to get really good at it because I watched a documentary. I may have talked about it on here. This magician called the Amazing Jonathan. He was a magician comedian guy. And there's a clip of him in the documentary, and he's just chilling in a cafe, a diner, just with his girlfriend, and they're like filming him, but it's like B-roll.
Right.
It's like they looks like they've been filming him for hours, and he's just sitting there, and he's just twirling like a fork in his fingers, and he's just casually like making it bend in half, and then all of a sudden it's behind his ear, and then he's like, and his girlfriend like coughs it up all of a sudden. But it's kind of fun because they're kind of like partners in crime.
Yeah.
So she's like his magician's assistant.
Sure.
At the same time.
I also like.
Dude, what if we became the new Penn and Teller?
That would be great. That would be. I've always wanted to fucking do magic. There's a show I want to direct really, really bad called The Illusionists.
Yeah.
And it's a show about 4 magicians.
Ooh.
And the whole gimmick of The Illusionists is like, you don't realize it as you're watching it, but the whole play is a magic trick. Like, it's 4 magicians doing 4 tricks, but the whole play is one trick.
Oh my god!
It's
and then you can't give the trick away. Yeah,
no,
you just got to see that show.
But
I want to see that.
The whole play is a single trick.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, and it's so fucking cool. Bananas. But you'd essentially have to have 4 magicians.
I feel like you'd have to be a magician to direct it.
Yeah, you'd either have to be a magician or have a magician come in.
Yeah, you got to have a consultant to pull that shit off.
But all growing up, like performing arts, it was always puppets and magic and sleight of hand and fortune telling. Like I've always had an interest in all that stuff.
Yeah. You are fucking one man circus.
Yeah, and like this is true. My first kiss was with a girl who I read her signature. She had a boyfriend at the time.
Okay.
And I told
Treyton,
her,
you scandalous dog.
This is true. I think every woman I've ever been involved with has had a partner at the time we have been involved. Every single one, I think.
You are a homewrecker.
I can't help it. I don't know. Nobody single ever wanted me.
It's true. You're not the one that instigates.
Yeah, nobody single ever wanted me. I didn't start this shit.
You don't instigate. You just enable.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Very healthily. I'm married now.
Yeah.
My wife was dating somebody else when we got, started fooling around.
Yeah.
Now she's not. Now she's with me.
Yeah. So hopefully she doesn't do that again.
Right. Exactly. But I fucking read this girl's signature and told her some shit about her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And she and I became really, really close friends. And then she started flirting with me. And I was like, well, I'm all about this because no woman has ever given me attention before. So this rules. I don't really care about the repercussions. And she always told me she was going to break up with the boyfriend for me. She ended up marrying the boyfriend and then divorcing the boyfriend.
For you?
No.
Oh.
No. But she did divorce the boyfriend. She's with a new guy now. She's at the beach right now, actually. I saw pictures of her on Facebook at the beach.
Okay. We don't have
with
to
her babies.
Too specific.
No, of course not. But yeah, that was I used my fucking charlatan tricks to
your charm to win you a smooch.
Win me a smooch from a lovely lady who was involved with another gentleman.
Lovely ladies. Yeah. I mean, the only reason I got into theater originally was to talk to girls.
Yeah.
But that's because I went to an all-guys school.
Every straight man who's ever gotten into theater has gotten into it because he wanted to talk to girls.
That's the reason.
Everyone.
And then they found the drama. Oh, the love of the
love of the art. Yeah.
Oh, I came there for the bitches.
And I stayed for the art.
And I stayed when I heard the dialogues that were going on, both on stage and backstage.
But what was your sort of God, what were your fucking high school hobby interests? What is it that you sort of hung your hat on?
High school?
Yeah.
I grew up in front of screens for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, I had other hobbies, but for all my downtime and free time, I was either playing video games or I was really big into YouTube when YouTube was blowing up and all the different YouTubers.
Yeah, watching those nostalgia critic videos.
Yeah, like 2011, 2012. Yeah. I was really into this website channel called Rooster Teeth.
Rooster Teeth is very good.
They had a channel called Achievement Hunter.
Yep.
I wanted to work for Achievement Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
That was my goal. So I made a YouTube channel called Out of Batteries. And me and my buddy Thomas, we just ripped off their format.
Sure.
And
that's all good YouTubers do.
Yeah, we called them Let's Plays and the whole thing, the whole shebang.
Uh-huh.
So we did that for a while, and then I got into high school, and I got really into academics, and I was like,
I was on the academic team.
I wasn't on the academic team. I just started making good grades.
Oh.
I was always like an A's and B's kid, but then sort of later into middle school, I was getting into C's and D's.
Yeah.
And had a couple meetings. And then in high school, I just got really into it for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I got into theater. my main things were honestly rock and roll.